Welcome to this week's edition of NFL Previews and Picks. This week, all the teams are back in action. On Thursday night, in the game that nobody will see, the Oakland Raiders come in to play the San Diego Chargers. Like I said, in the first game of the season that nobody will see because it's on the NFL Network, the Raiders go into the Murph to play their hated rival Chargers. These are two teams that are mirror images of each other. The Raiders, with Darren McFadden, want to run the ball down your throat, and the Chargers are more of a passing team with Phillip Rivers at the controls. The Raiders' defense has played well at times. The Chargers just seem to be too inconsistent to me to be a real contenders, but I think they will win this game. On Sunday, the Arizona Cardinals go into the Link in Philadelphia to play the Philadelphia Eagles. The Cardinals come to play the Eagles. Now, the story here is simple. The Eagles need to win out if they have any chance of making the playoffs. Their so-called dream team has been nothing more than a nightmare. There's almost no way that they lose this one since they have much more talent and experience than the Cards. At Bank of America Stadium, the Tennessee Titans come in to play the Carolina Panthers. Here is a game that many would have thought would have been unwatchable, but with the play of rookie Cam Newton for the Panthers and the rejuvenation of Matt Hasselbeck in Tennessee, this game could be fun. The Titans' running game is still almost non-existent, but if that gets going, they could scare some people. Close game here with the win going to the Panthers. At Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, the Houston Texans come in to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams that are almost there, but not quite. The Texans, of course, are getting helped by the Colts' bad season. It's not that Matt Schaub and Arian Foster are not good. It's just that they may not be ready for the challenges thrust upon them this year. The Bucs have the Saints in their division, and Saints and Drew Brees in their division, and Drew is not injured. Tampa wins here. At Sun Life Stadium in Miami, the Washington Redskins come in to play the Miami Dolphins. Look out! The Finns won. That has to give them a shot of confidence with the Skins coming to town. That could only be a good thing. The Redskins got off to a promising start, but then fell off the map fast. Can Matt Moore lead the Finns to another victory? Yes, he can. Finns win. At Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, the Jacksonville Jaguars come in to play the Indianapolis Colts, and the carnage continues. Blaine Gabbert will get a win here playing the Colts, who are suffering through their worst season since before Peyton came to town. I just hope Peyton can come back next year and show us all what we were missing this year. Jags win. At Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, the Denver Broncos come in to play the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. It may be ugly, but all Tim Tebow does is win. Who cares about the throwing motion if wins are happening? This junk about that he is week to week is terrible. Let the kid play and learn. Guaranteed, if you give him the rest of the season and then the off season, he will pay dividends in the future. Of course, the Chiefs play great one week and then look terrible the next. The best-smelling stadium in all of the NFL will still be a party, but the Broncos win the game. At Cowboy Stadium in Texas, the Buffalo Bills come in to play the Dallas Cowboys. Until the Bills lost last week, laid an egg last week against the Jets, I would have put them as overwhelming favorites against the Cowboys, who are just way too inconsistent right now. They seem to be that win one, lose one, on one of those win one, lose one kind of roles. Not good for fans of Jerry's Kids. Okay, I just thought of that. The Bills can win this game if they can get back to how they were playing before last week. The Jets really shut them down. Not sure if the Cowboys D, coached by Rob Ryan, can accomplish the same thing that Brother Rex did. Bills win. At Soldier Field in Chicago, the Detroit Lions come in to play the Chicago Bears in an NFC North game. This game is a huge test for the Lions because it will show if they are for real. The Bears, who just got an emotional win over the Eagles, are a quality division opponent whom the Lions must beat in order to continue their great season. As always, the game plan is to stop the Bears' defense, but now the offense with Jay Cutler is starting to heat up too. Tough game for the Lions. Bears win. At the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, the New Orleans Saints come in to play the Atlanta Falcons, a key divisional battle. These two teams are at the top of their division and fighting it out for the playoff spot. The Saints, led by Drew Brees, can put up points but have struggled recently. The Falcons want to control the clock with Michael Turner and the running game. I just think at home, the Saints are too... Wait a minute. The Saints aren't playing at home. It's the Falcons that are playing at home. Anyway, indoors, I think that the Saints are just too good. Saints win this game. Drew Brees, the Saints, and everyone, they win this game. That was a bad one. Anyway, at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, the St. Louis Rams come in to play the Cleveland Browns. A year ago, I would have easily given this game to the Rams, but they have regressed a little bit this year. The Browns are getting better, even though they have not had the services of Peyton Hillis. What is it with the Peytons this year? For the Rams, Sam Bradford also spent some time on the injured list. Of course, everyone is nursing injuries this time of year. This game goes to the Browns. At Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, the Pittsburgh Steelers come in to play the Cincinnati Bengals. In a couple of years, this game might be really something. I mean, with the development of Andy Dalton, the Bengals could be a force. Not now, though. In the Steelers, you have the defending AFC champions. These guys know how to win. Roethlisberger, Polamalu, and the rest are battle-tested. The Bengals might score some points, but they won't win. Pittsburgh gets the W here. At CenturyLink Field in Seattle, the Baltimore Ravens come in to play the Seattle Seahawks. Baltimore may be the best team in the AFC right now, having beaten the Steelers twice. The Seahawks, not so much. There is no way the Seahawks can contain Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. And on offense, Joe Flacco, Ray Rice, and the rest are brimming with confidence after last week's emotional victory. Baltimore wins this one, possibly going away. At Candlestick Park in San Francisco, the New York Giants come in to play the San Francisco 49ers. This game pits two of the NFC's best teams in the Giants and Niners. The Giants have been flying under the radar with their wins, while the 49ers have been making a lot of noise, losing only 2 games so far. Can you believe Alex Smith is playing like a Pro Bowler? What has Jim Harbaugh done? He must be one heck of a motivator. Both of these teams have good running games. This game could be decided by time of possession. I think the Giants win on experience, if nothing else. At MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, the New England Patriots come in to play the New York Jets. Is it possible the league has started to figure out Tom Brady? That's one of the theories I heard just the other day. I have no idea, but the Jets have played better as of late and may be peaking at the perfect time. Listen, Mark Sanchez will probably never be mentioned in the same breath as Tom Brady unless you were talking about this game. So the Jets have to win with their running game, which is still not full stride, and their defense, featuring Revis Island. This game is a chance for the Jets to kick the Pats while they are down. I think they do it. Jets win. And finally, on Monday night, the Minnesota Vikings come in to play the Green Bay Packers. No real story here except the nation gets introduced to Christian Ponder, the Vikings quarterback. Otherwise, this game is a complete mismatch. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are undefeated and playing with house money at this point. They had to fight last week to beat the Chargers, but I don't see that happening here. Pack wins. And there you have it, this week's edition of NFL Previews and Picks.